admit, Rieger, this is mildly surprising, the reaction we're getting. Mildly surprising.
How so?
Because Michigan lost to Iowa 14-13. Didn't drop them out of the national title picture at all.
No.
But then we find out today, well, you saw Wilton Speight get injured in the game, his left shoulder. Find out today. Harbaugh said, we'll know more in a couple of days, and now lots of reports coming out that he broke his collarbone and is out for the year. We don't know that for sure, meaning John O'Korn, the backup who many thought would win the job, would start on Saturday. So your little friend Rieger here comes out and says, all hope is lost, all hope is lost. I don't see how they can do it now.
That is so dramatic.
And their defense hadn't been playing that great, so it's over with. And I actually thought, I'll be honest, I thought people would agree with you. I mean, I tamped it down a little bit and said, yeah, it definitely is a blow, but I wouldn't say all hope is lost. And boy, oh boy, they do not agree with you.
But do you now feel better, though,
they
with
are
your take?
calling you bad names.
Why don't you read some of it? I could take it.
Oh, my goodness. Rieger is the biggest flip-flopper I've ever listened to. First, Michigan is winning by too much, and it's no fun. Mm-hmm. Now they lose a close one, season's over.
Well, can I address that one really quickly?
I thought you wanted a few.
Well, I just want that one in specific, okay? But how am I a flip-flopper? You can't be a flip-flopper if stuff actually happens, so you change your mind. Like, to be a flip-flopper, it's like the same thing goes on, and then you change
No, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You can't act like in a football season that nothing is going to happen bad. You can't go, yep, I see this. 62-3 today, so it'll be 62-3 next week. You have to factor in. Well, yeah. You thought they were humming along so well. You have to factor in that you might lose at Iowa. You might get an injury.
That's fine. However, and listen, I was on after the Lions game. Oh, wait, there wasn't a Lions game, but we still had a Lions post-game show, okay?
Did you still rip on them or no?
Michigan? Or the Lions? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you do, even though they're in first place. However, I said yesterday, it happens. I mean, look at Clemson. Look at Washington. It's hard to go undefeated, right?
Yes.
But now you find out, and I can't ignore it, that Wilton Speight might. A lot of people reporting that he is out for the season. To me, and I get what happened with Michigan State last year and Tyler O'Connor at Ohio State and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I think you take that into account, and, yeah, that's why I think all hope is lost, or at least a lot of hope.
Until they beat Indiana on Saturday. And
62-3.
We're back.
No. Indiana doesn't matter in this scenario.
It does to your opinion.
No,
because
not at all.
Your opinion is like a river. It flows.
Yep.
It changes like a river.
It's like a creek.
See, what's so funny.
It's like a puddle.
No, well, it was so funny. We'll go back to the calls. But it's so funny to people listening and you two bozos, okay? It's just so funny to me that, okay, you have one opinion in September, and then this happens, but you're supposed to have that same opinion, even though this, and happened. Like, that's like saying...
This was just a week ago.
It's like saying, you know what? Michigan State's really going to be a good team. Then they beat Notre Dame and they start 2-0. They're going to be a good team. And then they lose 7 in a row. Anybody still saying they're going to be a good team?
I didn't give up on them with 7 in a row. I liked them against Rutgers.
Hey, guess what, Jeff? From the beginning, I said Michigan wasn't that good. Look, it hasn't changed. They're not that good.
See, look at Hackett hangs on.
You have to have something. Stick with your opinion. You said the Tigers were making the playoffs, not making the playoffs. Making the playoffs, not making the Lions. Right now, you said the Lions are making the playoffs. When they lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're not going to make the playoffs.
I admit I did flip-flop a tad on the Tigers, but they were a very confounding team.
They were.
I think a lot of people flip-flopped.
Oh, they were perfect for flip-floppers like you.
Yeah.
Not me. I was never a flip-flopper with their season. I said they sucked.
You guys are pathetic.
How about this one? How about this one from Mike in St. Clair Shores? It's not like Speight was the second coming. He didn't win us games. He was sort of above average, not spectacular at all, and crumbled under pressure. All right. I mean, I don't totally agree with that. And here's one that is sort of in the middle with us. Michigan's chances against Ohio State were low to begin with, probably 40%. Now their chances are down to 15 to 20%. This all hope is lost narrative that Rieger is pushing, preposterous.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said all hope is lost. 15%, right? He said at
15,
first...
20%, that's not all. All hope is lost is like 1% chance.
How so? 15% of 100%?
What part
bad.
does all hope mean? How is that nebulous or not definitive?
I find it hysterical that you text in and you say, well, you know what? They only got a 15% chance of beating the Buckeyes, but all hope is definitely not lost. You said 15. If that's a grade on a test, that's enough.
It's not all hope.
I'm sick of talking to you. Nevin, you're on the ticket. Hello, Nevin.
Hey, guys. Woj, I think you got to talk Jeff off the ledge.
I've given up.
Now I'm sick of Wojo.
I think it's no need for panic. I think you had J.U. Chesson with his worst game of the year. Mara Darbo, his worst game. Davion Smith played his worst game. Jake Butt played his worst game. And certainly Wilton Spate. And the offensive line was poor. I just don't think they're going to string all of that together again where they all play so poorly. And Jabril Peppers didn't have a great game. So when you add all that up, if you get those guys to at least play at the level that they're accustomed to playing, I don't think all hope is lost.
And you know what, Nevin? You just went down pretty much the entire team, and I didn't disagree that so-and-so didn't have a good game, so-and-so didn't. I agree they didn't, and yet they lost on the road 14-13. So, but they were 21-point favorites.
To a team that's been gashed by every other team. To a team, by the way, that beat Rutgers 14-7.
Well, you can't do the comparison.
Okay, so I can't do anything.
They are 6-4.
It's just so funny to me. Everything that I take into account, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Oh, I'll tell you when you find something that counts.
Okay.
You haven't got one yet.
You know what, Woj? I think we're 15%. There's a 15% chance that Rieger's going to have a meltdown like he did on Friday. I think we're real close.
It's an 85% chance that Rieger will now pick Michigan State to beat Ohio State because of how they looked against Rutgers.
That is preposterous.
Ding.
No, it will not. You guys are ridiculous. Just so ridiculous. 248-539-9797 if you want to chime on in.
Here's an interesting
I'm
one.
already beaten down. Yes.
No, this is something you can take into your home life. Hi, Rieger. I hope you're not teaching little Maricino to have no hope. To be so negative, it's going to be a long life if you are. That's Pickle, by the way. I'm sorry that he
you mean
got your
Olive,
daughter's name wrong. Yeah. See, that's a
I
long
really,
life if you're going to teach her to be negative.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I found out I was working with you, I was a little happy because I'm like, maybe they'll go at Woj. Maybe Woj will take the brunt of this. But no, everybody's just with the flip-flop narrative. It really hurts my feelings.
Yeah, you laid the groundwork long before I got here in the past weeks. Yeah. Excuse me, you wanted what?
You heard him. Or me.
Potty? Can I hear that again? I can't tell what you're asking for there.
I want
Punty?
Exactly how it sounds, Woj.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, I think he said puppy.
Puppy.
You want puppy.
248-539-9797 is all hope for Michigan lost. You can,
oh, my God. He says it every time.
You can call in and voice your opinion. Also, we got to talk about the Lions. They're in first place. Is this a season that they're going to do the unthinkable?
Oh, I have one. Is all hope lost for the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Is it?
Did you see how bad Aaron Rodgers looked again? How about that defense, Woj?
If you go and bury Green Bay and it comes back to bite you might be dismissed.
He already buried Green Bay.
And I've been right. They've lost 4 or 5 games. You know what? From now on, no opinions. No opinions. It's just going to be like, you know what? The Packers lost. The Vikings lost.
How about
the
correct
Lions
opinions?
are in first place. 248-539-9797. If you have any thoughts, we will take them. But I don't have any thoughts. I don't have any thoughts about anything because everything I say is a flip-flop. Yes.
Poor little Pickle.
Why? Because I'm a father? See, that's uncalled for.
Goes without saying, yes.
97 on the ticket.